Equations and their solutions. An equation means that both sides of the problem are equal. So if I have an equation of 5 plus 2, that equals 7. This is called an equation because it has an equal sign. If I said 5 plus, I don't know, equals 7, I'd ask you, well, what should I put for this I don't know part? 5 plus what equals 7? Well, the solution for that would be 2. So the solution for 5 plus what equals 7 would be 5 plus 2 equals 7. So 2 is the solution. Make sense? Good. All right. So to make this equation correct, we have to put in the proper solution. If I write another equation and I said 3 plus, I don't know, equals 8, and I'd say, well, what is the solution? I could say, is 3 a solution for that? Meaning, if I put 3 in here, is that going to equal 8? No, of course not. 3 plus 3 equals 6. It doesn't equal 8. So is 3 a solution? No. All right. Well, we've been talking about variables in other lessons. So instead of putting a question mark or a blank, let's put a variable in there instead. All right, so instead of a question mark or a blank box, we are going to put a variable in here. So you might get some directions that says, determine whether each number is a solution of 12 equals x minus 4. Well, determine just means to decide. So here are the numbers. And we have to look at each of them, plug them in where the x is, and decide which one of these is a solution for 12 equals x minus 4. Which one of these is going to make this equation correct? All right, so we come over here for number 1, and we're going to plug in the 15. So 12, I want that to be a different color. So I've got 12 is equal to, I'm going to plug in this 15 for the x, 15 minus 4, and I'll just work it out. 15 minus 4 is 11. Is that right? Nope. So 15 is not a solution. No. Let's go to the next one. 12 is equal to, I'm going to take this 20 and plug it into the x. 20 minus 4. Let's solve it. 12 equals 20 minus 4 is 16. Is that equal? Nope. All right, let's try this one. 12 is equal to, let's plug this 16 in now. 16 minus 4. Let's solve it. 16 minus 4 is 12. Little alarm should be going off. Woo, woo. Is this the solution? Yes. This is the solution. I forgot to write no over here. Okay, so then obviously this one, 12 equals 10 minus 4. 12 does not equal 6. So the only solution is that one out of all those numbers. 16 is the solution for 12 equals x minus 4. Means 16 is the answer to solve for x. We want to know, what does x equal? All right, here's another type of problem you might come across. The directions are, determine whether each number is a solution for the equation. So number 1, they're telling us that a equals 6, 4, and here is the equation. 15 minus a equals 21. So what they're saying is if I plug in a 6 wherever there's an a, is that going to equal 21? And the only way you know is you have to plug it in and work it out. So 15 minus a, and a is 6, 15 minus 6, does that equal 21? 15 minus 6 is 9, and 9 does not equal 21. So, is 6 a solution for this? No. It is not a solution. Let's try over here. This one says y is going to equal 36. 4. 48 is equal to y plus 12. So it tells us if it's a y, I have to plug in the 36. All right, so I'm going to rewrite the problem, putting in my y. 48 equals 36 plus 12. Now, if you need to use your calculator, you can. And if you plug that into your calculator, you're going to find that 36 plus 12 does indeed equal 48. So, is 36 a solution for 48 equals y plus 12? And the answer to this one is yes. It is a solution. It does create an equation. Let's look at number 3. We are looking for c is going to equal 3, and here is the equation. So is 3 a solution if I plug it in here? Now take a look here. 2c, we said that when you have a variable right next to a number, we have a coefficient and a variable, it means you are going to multiply these two. So when I write it in, I'm going to put 2 times 3 instead of writing c. Then I'm going to add 5 to that and see if all of that equals 11. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 5, does that equal 11? And yes, it does. So is this a solution? And the answer is yes. So this number is a solution. And the last one we'll do together before you do a couple on your own is number 4. And it's a little longer equation, but you still do the same thing. H is going to equal 5. And the question is 5 a solution for this equation? When I plug in 5, and now notice I have 2 places where there is an H. So that means I've got to put 5 in both of those places. So I'm going to put 4, this means to multiply, times 5 minus 10 plus H again, and H equals 5. And all of that, we're going to see, does that equal 20? All right. So 4 times 5 is 20 minus 10 plus 5. So we're going to rewrite this, and we're following our PEMDAS. So I did my multiplication first, and now I'm going to do addition and subtraction, whichever comes first. And subtraction comes first, so 20 minus 10 gives me 10. 10 plus 5, does that equal 20? And I end up with 15 does not equal 20. So, is this number 5, is that a solution for this equation? And the answer is no. Alright, so that is equations and their solutions. And now I'm going to write out some equations and possible solutions for you to figure out. Alright, copy down this problem and then pause it, work it out, and then press play to see if you got the correct answer. Did Did you show all your work? Because that is important. You might be able to say, yeah, well, I can just see that 14 plus 2 is not going to equal 17. I still want you to show all of your work, even though it looks real easy and you can do it in your head. Because these problems are going to get a lot harder, and so we have to practice the easy ones by showing our work so we're ready for the hard ones. Okay, here comes the next one. Here's problem number 2. Work it out, show all your work, and then unpause to find the correct answer. So stop now. There it is. N equals 4 is a solution for 3n plus n minus 8 equals 8. Did you show all your work? Hopefully you did. All right, just 2 more problems. You are definitely going to need your calculator for this one. You've got some pretty high numbers, so make sure you have it. Copy the problem down carefully and begin. Pause to work it out, and then start to check your answer. Yes, W equals 15 is a solution. If you did not get this correct, pause and take a look at each step and see if, where you made your mistake. Was it multiplying? Did you get the wrong answer here? Did you subtract incorrectly? Did you not follow PEMDAS? What was it that you did wrong? All right, last problem. Here it is. T equals 12. Is that a solution for 3 times 50 minus 2 minus 10t? Now follow your PEMDAS. Remember, we do what's in parentheses first, followed by exponents, multiplication, and division, whichever comes first, addition, subtraction. Copy it down, work it out, and then press play again to see if you got the right answer. Good luck. All right, I don't have this worked out because I wanted to do each step with you so you can follow along and see how you did with your steps. So the first thing you should have done is plugged in the t, 12, for wherever there is a t. So 3 times 50 minus 12 minus 10 times 12. Does that equal 104? Now we're going to follow our PEMDAS. We're going to do what's in parentheses first. So 3 times 50 minus 12, which is 38, minus 10 times 12, which is 120. Does that equal 104? Well, we're still working it. I'm now going to follow PEMDAS again, and I'm going to do 3 times 38. If you need to use your calculator, you should have. So I've got 114 minus 120. Does that equal 104? Well, we've got a problem. We've got 114 minus 120. We are going to go into negative numbers, right? We haven't really even talked about how we subtract negative numbers. We're going into -6, so this is definitely not a solution. Okay. So this would be a -6. It definitely does not equal 104. So it is not a solution. All right. And that is the lesson about solutions and equations.